fam, welcome back to MikiCarrBeauty. I'm back from vacation. I'm recovering from a sickness, but I wanted to do a really quick video on the makeup bag that I brought with me, partially to share how I pack my makeup kit, because I used to overpack on vacation, too much makeup, and I think I even can review today how I can slim down my makeup kit, especially if I'm going to someplace with warm weather. So if you're interested to see in what's in my makeup bag for a warm tropical vacation, then keep watching. Remember to subscribe, comment, and like below. Helps out engagement on my channel. Just so you know, I have no makeup on today. I this is my first filming coming back from vacation and recovering, so for the majority of the filming I'm going to put the camera down so you can see the actual makeup that I'm talking about. So let's do that and let's have fun with this. Okay, so here is my makeup bag. This is cushy, and I've talked about this bag on my channel before. I love this makeup bag. This is the medium. I have this in the color navy, and then this hot pink fuchsia on the inside lining. And I want to go through my makeup to show you what I brought with me on a kind of like a 9-10 day vacation. Let me pull out some of these items. I love this medium kit because it's just big enough and small enough. I think a smaller size, the first size, would be too small for a longer vacation, but I think that size would be great for everyday work bag or in your go bag in your purse. So I would say this is great for anywhere from a weekend getaway to a 2 to 3 week vacation. Okay, so I will start with some items here. I always bring an eyelash curler, the SURRAT Reveille it's a new eyelash curler for me. It has definitely kicked my Shea eyelash curler out of first place. So I definitely always need to travel with an eyelash curler. I always travel with a scrunchie because I have long hair, and this is a must. I usually have like 2 or 3 on hand when I'm vacationing. Just have them around because of the hot climate. I like to put my hair up. I actually always bring tweezers to maintain my eyebrows, but actually this came in handy as well because my kiddo ended up getting a splinter, so it's always great to have. And then I end up doing some maintenance and shaving of my face. My facial hair does grow really fast, and that's just me, and so I always bring at least one of these what are these, Bic? I think they're Bic shavers. And something I already know that I'm missing out of this kit is that I always travel with these sterile alcohol prep pads. Before and after I use this, because it is a razor, I always clean this, and I actually also clean these tools as much as I can with alcohol wipes. And so I buy these from the drugstore. These are just alcohol prep pads, and I usually have probably 3 packs of these on hand, so I need to replace that. And the way there's a pocket here. Oh, here's some alcohol sterile pads. They did have some. I have these, which are not really secure, but I have another place where I bring my Q-tips for that's in a secure plastic. So I'm actually gonna throw these out, but I always have this in my skincare bag that's actually in a more secure plastic container, so it doesn't ruin the tips. Let's see what else it has. It has these 2 mesh bags here. And then I always have like a tight rubber band just in case. Yes, and then I always travel, I'm showing you the tools first. I always travel with a like a liner sharpener. This just happens to be Pat McGrath. I don't care really which one. I have tons of these, so this is the one I just throw in my kit. And I always have the one that you can clean out the receptacle. And I also use these alcohol pads to clean that out as well. So those are pretty much, I think, the tools I bring with me. And it has these 2 mesh bags where I put a lot of those tools. Let's go to the makeup. Okay, and some of these I know I can just get rid of not using. I'm just gonna start grabbing things. Okay, so I love to travel with the ELDRIDGE liquid lyrics, and I think you can tell by how much is left in these bottles, which are my favorite. So really my favorite colors are Cressida and Bianca, and then also Angelica. And in reality, I could probably just pick 2 of these and be fine. I do like using these 2 during the day because they're bright, and I use this as an inner corner highlight. And at night, I like to use one of these all over my lid and use this for depth. So I love these because they hold up in heat, and I have oily hooded eyelids, and these are really kind of like one of my ride or dies for cream liquid shadows that can be one and dones, and I think they're just really beautiful. So I always travel with Lisa Eldridge. And let me see, and I always travel with this. This is such a basic go-to palette, and I love it so much. This is the SURRAT Beyond Beige palette. And I'm going to open this up and show you. I actually replaced this shade with another one. I can't even remember. I don't want to pull it up because, oh, here. Oh, it does fall out. This is the color Star, and the one that it actually comes with is actually more of a like light flesh tone color, and it really doesn't show up on me. So I took something out of my SURRAT collection and replaced it to a color that looks better on my skin tone. But I just love this palette. You can see I have panned very few of my makeup eyeshadows because I just have so much, but this is the one I consistently reach for when I want something like a ride or die basic palette that I know that's not going to let me down. And this shade is pretty much almost my skin tone, but on my lids it's just this beautiful like beigey brown color. This is this beautiful chocolate. I love this color. It's kind of got this, depending on your undertone, it's got like this chocolatey red kind of shift. And then the color Star, that's kind of like the glitter shade. So I love traveling with this. What I often do is go into this shade and then put the liquid lyrics on. So the Beyond Beige palette, it is a pricey palette. It comes in and out of stock. And this was actually a Mel Thompson recommendation, and her recommendations were always the best. This is probably one of my most used and treasured palettes in my entire collection, just because it's like you gotta always have a basic gal kind of everyday ride or die palette, and that is it. And I do travel in that case because it's such high quality. I just love it. It's that Japanese slurry technology of just really creamy and just very silky on the eyes, very forgiving for aging eyelids. Let's see what else I picked in here. I always travel with a liquid liner. This isn't like my favorite, but I have an extra one of these. This is a KVD ink liner in black, so I always travel with a liquid liner. And then I will travel with, where is she? I will travel always with a regular eyeliner, and this is the color Jasper from CHANTECAILLE, their infused eyeliner. I love this color so much. This is Jasper, and I really think that CHANTECAILLE has some of the best eyeliners. I would say for me, it's probably one of my favorites. You can see how small this has gone down to a nub. The Chanel Brune Agape used to be my favorite. The Brune Agape is actually lighter than this, so it doesn't show up as well on my skin tone, but this is such a beautiful color. There's a bit of a shimmer on there. I think I actually pulled, if I can find it, I actually did travel with it's in my other makeup bag, my everyday. I actually traveled with the Victoria Beckham Cocoa color. That is like my second or third favorite eyeliner, but this is definitely, like, when this is done, you can see I'm almost at the nub. I will buy this and replace it. I think this actually lasts longer in, what do you call, I find that Victoria Beckham one, I always have to, what is it? I always have to sharpen it, whereas this one I don't have to. I don't know if that makes any sense. I notice these Victoria Beckham ones, I always have to sharpen them in order to use them, and that way it like wears down faster. I think this lasts longer. So this is a CHANTECAILLE infused silk eyeliner in Jasper. I always travel with mascara, and this is like my favorite lower lash mascara. This is the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash. You've heard me talk about this ad nauseum on this channel. it's so small, this brush, that it just does really well for the lower lashes. And I have really small lower lashes. And I do replace that every 3 months. And then what else did I travel with? My other mascara that I traveled with, again, this is a holy grail of mine, the Chantecaille Faux Cils. I use that on my upper lash. I think this is such a great everyday mascara. It's not waterproof, but I also just didn't wear makeup when I went to the beach and went swimming. But in terms of like the evening, before we were going out and about, this did just fine. Again, I have oily eyelids, and this does not transfer. You know, I brought, for some reason I brought this SURRAT eyebrow, what is this called? The Eyebrow Expressionist Brow Pomade. You know, I wouldn't bring that again. I didn't even use that just because I was on a beach vacation. So I'm going to put this over here of like what not to bring next time. But I did bring the Jones Road brow pencil. I love this brow pencil because it has these little fibers. This is the color brunette or brune. And the fibers just add on to the existing brows I do have. I just find this is such a really easy, like, no fuss product. And when this goes away, I will definitely repurchase that. So I would definitely bring that again on vacation with me. I brought too many lip liners. And I would say I definitely did not need the Sisley one. So I'm going to put that back over here. And I did travel with 2 liners, and I traveled with the Enhance and Define Lip Pencil by Lisa Eldridge in the colors Muse and Decade. And I picked 2 colors. One is like what it would be like the nude for me, like a pinky nude, and then Decade, which is like a brown. I did travel with this, which, because it's a beach vacation, I didn't use this so much. If I was doing a beach vacation, I wouldn't bring this again. I would just rely on the Live Tinted SPF primer that I had. So this is the primer SPF that I brought with me. And this is by Live Tinted HueGuard 3-in-1 Mineral Sunscreen, Moisturizer, and Primer. And it has broad spectrum SPF 30. It is mineral, so it has an 18.23 zinc oxide sunscreen. This is when you're swimming in tropical waters, you definitely want to use mineral sunscreens because of the coral. They say that if you don't use mineral sunscreens, you're actually killing the coral that they're trying to grow. So I've used this for 2 trips to the tropics already. And the thing to note about this is I know from a beauty friend on these channels, that she's deeper than me and that there is definite white cast for her. So I know this product is made by a South Asian and created by a South Asian woman, and this did not work for a woman of a deeper skin tone. So I just want to put that out there that I'm a medium tan. It worked for me, but I would say if you're looking for one that you're not going to have white cast, you might have to keep looking if you're deeper than me. So, but for me, this has worked. I love it. I have like 3 of these, and so I would, if on a tropic vacation, I would definitely keep this in there and then, oops, take that out. I did bring powder. This is my Laura Mercier loose powder. It's just a travel size. I always have that. It's good to have. I did use that. And then I did bring my powder. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Medium 2 Airbrush Flawless Finish. I would bring that again. Oh, and here is another mascara, which I should not have brought. There's no reason I needed to bring 3 mascaras. So that was the Gucci. She needed to go away. I definitely, I would say not to bring this next time. This is my eye primer. In terms of concealer, I ended up bringing 2, and I think 1 is enough. The reason I brought 2 is because I was wear testing this Fenty We're Even concealer. I have this in color shade 300N and 295W. 300N is like my better shade. It is too light still, but I've been wear testing it. Otherwise, I'd probably just keep bringing this. I love this. This is kind of like a natural eye concealer with some skincare benefits. This is the Sisley Phyto Serenus Eclat in shade 4. I need to finish this up. It does have this really nice tip, and I would say I would put this over here and remove that because I was just bringing it for wear testing. I did bring one cream bronzer, and I love this. This is what I think Westman Atelier is great for, is that this packaging is not only luxe, it's great for travel. So this is actually the only Westman Atelier product that I actually like on my channel and in my collection. This is the contour stick in Truffle. And it does, I think last time I checked, it did have remnants of like coconut oil, but I just love it. I don't overuse it because I think for me, I have to be careful with coconut oil. I haven't broken out with it, but over excessive use I can. So I just love that, and that will be in my bring with me kit. I definitely brought too many lip products, so we'll kind of throw those over here. I always travel with some sort of corrector. This is the Becca Cosmetics Under Eye Brightening Corrector. Let's see. Oh, I brought a powder bronzer in addition to the cream. This is more of a contour stick. I mean, it can be used both depending on your skin tone. I have this in my go bag. This is the Chantecaille Real Bronzer in Serena. And I've had this for a while. I think when I'm a lighter medium, this actually works out. But when I go on a tropical vacation, as you can see, this is pretty much ends up being my skin tone. What it does is like adds a nice sheen. So this is going to be on my declutter. I have so many bronzers. What I love about this is that it's that baked gelée, so it doesn't add texture, but it's just really for my purposes. I mean, it does show up a little. That is a really pretty shade. I've actually used this on my eyeshadow as well when I'm in, if I didn't have like this SURRAT, if like this is handy, I use this in my kit. So I just might keep it just because I keep that forever in my like go bag or makeup bag. Let's talk about bases. These are my go-to when I'm going on a tropical vacation or just vacation in general. And the reason I brought the Fenty was because I was, again, wear testing this for Even Concealer, and I wanted to see how these would play out. And I was actually kind of wear testing this combination. So my go-to combination, especially if I'm on vacation somewhere hot or in the summer, is the Chantecaille Just Skin Tint Moisturizer. It does have SPF 15. I don't rely on that, but I love this this skin tint, and I have it in the color Wheat. It's more full coverage than the gel foundation. I just love it that it's in a tube. It's so easy when you're traveling. And then I travel with the SURRAT Dewdrop Foundation, and I have this in shade 7. These two are so nice together. I put this all over my face. I don't need a brush. I just use my hands. And what I do is you take one drop of the Dewdrop Foundation, and I spot treat that over where I have rosacea on my cheeks. So I have redness, and I use that as like a top layer on areas of my face that just need extra coverage or a little bit more love. And these two, beautiful throughout the day. I might powder down my face, but I just have this really beautiful natural look. As I'm sweating through the day, this doesn't lift from my face. I think that's the biggest thing of like I have such an oily, sweaty face that what if I'm going to put something on it, like it can't lift through the humidity. And these two products together have been really, really successful. What I wanted to do this time was try the Chantecaille with the Fenty Beauty, and I actually tried it on and off. This actually has more coverage, and it was also very natural looking. So if you're looking for like a beautiful, like kind of natural looking coverage, this Fenty Beauty Serum Stick, I love it so much. I wear it in shade 13, and because I did get more tan when I was on vacation, it's like my perfect shade now. I love it. The Wheat's a little bit light, and I can get away with this serum because it's so light as well. So any of these combinations, like this is a base, these work beautifully, or these two. And then I did bring 2 blushes, which is so extra. I did not need 2 blushes. This is something I always bring with me. I have a little SUQQU blush brush on the go. I have the Laughter Coral Cheek Blush from Chantecaille. This is getting pretty old, but you know, it's not like bad. It's such a great shade for me, and I think I'm going to keep using it until I can't. I just like that it's so small, so light, and I would say like that goes in my definitely must bring kit. because this is new, the Chanel, this is the Le Beige Healthy Winter Glow collection. I wanted to bring the coral one. Such a beautiful shade. I did not need two blushes, but that's more coral. This is more pink, and this ends up showing more matte, the Chantecaille, and this has more of a shimmer. So again, this was extraneous. I did not need to pack that. I wanted to bring it because it's all new and fancy, and just I wanted to play with some of my new makeup. I packed too many lip products, and this Casablanca I have with me all the time just because I had the sample, and it's like this kind of like everyday perfect kind of rosewood pink, and you can't go wrong with Tom Ford lipsticks. And I have this just because in case I just don't have lipstick that's there. I did not need to bring this. Again, I brought it because it was new and I wanted to play with it. This is that Rouge Coco Balm in Keep Cool. I was playing with this to see the longevity. This does not last as long. I just did a review of it. I think it looks great, but in terms of longevity, it doesn't last as long as I wanted to. Okay, so this always goes in my makeup kit because of two reasons. I love this shade. I love the lip veils. And also this is getting to its expiration date where I definitely need to use that. So I love it. It's like a pinky mauve that goes in my kit as always. And then I had these extraneous ones. Okay, so I'm going to boot Lisa Eldridge out because I never reached for her. It's great as a one and done, but I just never reached for it. So she's going to go over here. And then I brought two SUQQU treatment wrapping lips. I would probably travel again with one of these, but not both. And I picked the wrong ones. And I'll tell you why, is that these both had like glitter particles in there. And sometimes you want the glitter, I would say for a special event. I just didn't want to be having glitter on the beach. So this is more, I actually liked this one, obviously, because it's kind of more like sun-kissed. This is the shade 106. I love this, like, for, like, a beachy vibe and coral and whatnot. I would probably bring another treatment wrapping lip, but not this one. I would just bring one that doesn't have sparkle. Okay, so that's it. My bag is empty, so I'm going to show you. These are... These are the things not to bring. I'm referencing myself because I'm going on a trip again. I just want to know what not to bring. So those are all the things that I would put in my makeup bag for a trip, and I'm going to repack it. So the Live Tinted Chantecaille SURRAT for my base, powder, corrector, some sort of concealer, my eyelash curler, black liquid liner, a Decade and Muse for my lip liners, Jasper, some sort of liquid or some sort of kajal, my Tweezerman, my tweezer, two mascaras for lower and upper, some sort of Chantecaille, some sort of SUQQU treatment wrapping lip because I love it, so nourishing on my lips. One to three of these liquid Lyricses, the Chantecaille Lip Veil in Plumeria. This is Tom Ford and Casablanca. This is the Jones Road Eye Pencil, Tatcha Primer, but if I was going on a tropical vacation, I would not bring this. Some sort of scrunchie, a hair tie, blush by Chantecaille in Laughter Coral. A mechanism to sharpen my pencils. This is the Chantecaille Serena Bronzer, Westman Atelier Contour Stick in Truffle, the powder by Charlotte Tilbury Medium 2, and then my SURRAT Beyond Beige palette. And you can see that all fits in there. And then let me show you the brushes I brought. Okay, so I don't need to bring the rougher. I did definitely use these, I can tell, because they're a little dirty. I didn't need to bring that, actually, on a tropical vacation because I used my hands. I know I used that. I didn't use this. I used that. Okay. And I know I used it. Okay, so I didn't need to bring the rougher 4-brush, the Cayudo Fupa foundation brush. my Lotus series worker brush, or this, I forget what brush it is. This is Beauty. I think it's a Kyoto brush. These are the brushes I would definitely use. So I brought a squirrel hair brush. This is, I think, Shikuhodo for my face. This is the Year of the Rabbit brush. The Z8 Shikuhodo cheek brush, I use that for bronzer. The Shikuhodo F03, the Fox hair brush, for blush. And then I use this new sheer buffer from Sony G for the liquid. This is the liquid bronzer. Not liquid, cream bronzer. And then I love this SURRAT brush. I actually want another one of these. This is their large crease brush. I can't remember. But yeah, this is the one I use for a lot of my under eye placement, and actually sometimes all over my face because it's so soft and precise. And then for eye makeup, I definitely use the BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy A506 crease concealer brush. And then I love this. I need to get more of these. This is the Hakuhodo J5522 crease brush. I love traveling with this. Again, this is Hakuhodo J55223 brush. And then these are like more detail work. This is for under eye placement, the soft definer. This is the Sony G Mini Booster, Worker Pro, and then the flat definer. I just love this is like the setup of like my essential on the go brushes. So I hope that was helpful, kind of going through the makeup and brushes that I ended up bringing, which was really helpful for me, of what things I definitely use and what I could get rid of. I hope that sharing helps you pack for a tropical vacation. I could definitely bring less, but you can imagine, like, even a year or 2 years ago, I actually brought double the amount of makeup. So I'm actually working on paring down that kit. I hope that helps you. Actually, it helps me because I just wanted to really document what I've been bringing so that next time I pack, I know what to bring and I don't have to think too much about it. Okay, so remember to subscribe, comment, like below to my channel. Thanks for hanging out with me, Beauty Fam. And as always, please be very kind with the others and just be you. Till the next video, take good care. Bye.